Hi everyone. So new week, new vision units means we have another challenge for the Brave Insignias. The cool thing about the latest Brave Insignia, the Transcendent Heroes, is that you can use this for any global exclusive unit, meaning if you want to go hard and farm 1,000 of 2,000 of those, you'll be good for the future global exclusive units. We know we can use this for Yoshikiri right now if you got him, and we will be able to use those Brave Insignias for next week's Starlight Elena, and should Gumi, for example, awaken Neo Vision awaken Esther and Sylvie next year, they might, or they will also use those Brave Insignias. So farm as much as you can, but I would suggest that don't go overboard. This event is very likely to return with the next Neo Vision's global exclusive units anyway. So the boss is quite easy, and should you ask yourself which weapons are the ones of choice, the game suggests throwing weapons, katanas, short swords and rods. I'll be going for throwing weapons and katanas, as you'll be seeing in just a second. So first of all, I'm doing the initial quest, which is quite easy, so to speak. So let's use NVA Tifa. This is the team I'm going for. Vaan, I mean, he's not doing anything really. The boss does resist all breaks and stuff. He's just here to passive provoke evade. He does have a throwing weapon, so he actually deals some break damage as well. White Mage Rosa has 2 katanas equipped. She's doing the usual stuff. She doesn't have any abilities, doesn't matter to be honest. Now Mastermind Zorn, he'll be breaking as well. I gave him 2 random throwing weapons. He'll be doing is breaking the boss with Vicious Strike. Tifa will be capping with her Limit Burst. So I guess I forgot something about roundabout here. Let's quickly equip some stuff. That's the wrong one. I want to use... I'm so sorry, I forgot to bow this again. Let's check. Man-Eater top left and Web Specialist bottom left. Alright, so... you do not need to use this much STMRs. The boss is fairly easy even with less. I need to check again. Man-Eater was up here, okay. With less gear than I have, I'm just going to a very safe route. I'm usually too lazy to switch this around, but you'll see I'm going to be overkilling the boss by a huge amount, and you do not need to do this as well, I promise. Alright, so this one I don't need. The boss is a human, so we'll be using Alliance Heart to go for more DPS. So we are spotting 300 Human Killer, 205 Limit Burst damage, way more than enough. I'm also using Pyroglacial Laswell, as you can see. He does have 2 katanas equipped, the usual gears, some Human Killer, nothing too fancy around about here. He's got 150 Human Killer, but really he's just here to chain with Mastermind Zorn, and Tifa is going to deal some damage. I'm using a random Tifa friend, it doesn't really matter if they have Human Killer equipped or not. The boss is, like I said, fairly easy anyway. So let's get into the fray. Vaan, he's just gonna do his thing. White Mage Rosa is going to use Radiant Arrows. Mastermind Zorn is triple catch me if you can, and using Vicious Strike, which is attack 5 enemies chosen at random. So he'll be doing most of the stuff. Let's have those 3 go already. So Pyroglacial Laswell is going to use Perfect Selflessness to boost his attack, and Blade Flash Revelation. Meanwhile, both Tifas will use triple limit, concentration twice, awaken fighting spirit, so we can guaranteed use our limit burst guaranteed on the next turn. Same goes. Oops, I hate this word. Triple limit, concentration, awaken fighting spirit, and let's have everyone go at it. Now the initial fight is quite easy. I even believe I might break the boss's break gauge. Yeah, The break was broken on turn 1. It takes 2 turns on the higher level challenge for this, but as you will see in just a few minutes, as soon as this is over, it's a non-issue. Come on, Zon. Thank you. Alright, so the boss will do some basic attacks. He's gonna break Vaan's statuses, doesn't matter at all. And Tifa will use her LB, the same for the friend Tifa. Mastermind Zon is using Catch Me If You Can and Dazed and Confused to chain with Pyroglacial Laswell, who is using Blade Flash Revelation. Have both of them go. And let the Tifa's cap. And yeah, my Tifa did cap damage, 2.14 billion damage. A complete overkill. Like I said, this stage doesn't require any gear whatsoever. And now, if you want to do the quests, I'd suggest that you equip a lightning weapon on Zon, for example, or Pyroglacial Laswell, so you need to deal lightning damage. For the advanced quest, you need to deal fire damage, which is also quite easy if you're asking me, especially when using Vaan, who is going to imperil fire anyway. So there's 2 possibilities. You can use Neo Vision Rain, but you'd have to swap in Neo Vision Cloud instead of Pyroglacial Laswell to have that fire SR chaining going on. I'm using Tifa, she's just the easier way to go. Now, if you want to, you can equip a fire weapon onto Pyroglacial Laswell and get the quest done too. I'm not going to do that, it's quite easy. You know what? Let's just do it for funsies. Is there actually a fire katana? I'm not quite sure. Fire elemental attack and katana. I do not have that, for example, so but you might use Inferno Saber, or is that a 200? That's a 200 weapon. I would not suggest that. So let's take a quick look. Yeah, you can use Flaming Blade Agni. It would work. It's probably going to take you 3 turns then to kill the boss, but still, it's going to be an easy way. Or you might actually use a healer, or Aerith, for example, Neo Vision Aerith, who has a triple and quadruple cast of fire element. She's also a good pick. You'd pick her instead of Zon and kill the boss within 4 or 5 turns, I suppose. But anyway, so let's get into this. Nothing else changes from the previous round, so let's have a go. Alright, let's check. Reload. Vaan is doing his thing. Rosa, let's just make sure she's using Radiant Arrows. Mastermind Zon, we need to cue Vicious Strike. So let's have both of them go. Pyroglacial Laswell is using Perfect Selflessness and Blade Flash Revelation. And the 2 Tifas, well, triple limit, double concentration, awakened fighting spirit. And the friend Tifa will as well double concentration, awakened fighting spirit, and let's wait until all the animation finish. As you can see, it's taking quite a while. Mastermind Zon is taking care of everything else. And it's taking quite some time. And the nice thing about Zon is he's doing fixed damage. It's always going to be 5 attacks, while White Mage Rosa has a randomness attached to her with 6 to 8 attacks, or is it 6 to 8? I believe it's 6 to 8. Yeah, 6 to 8 attacks, so she's more random than anything else. Just for safety measures, I'm using Assault Strike because the boss might buff a huge Mirage stack onto himself, so let's just make sure everything's gone over here. We are surely getting rid of the break. Oh, I messed that one up. I should not have used Zaun's break attack here, and instead I should have gone for a chain with Pyroglacial Lasso. So I will do this fight again. Bear with me, I messed that one up. But let's still see. I mean, I messed it up and Tifa still killed it. So, as you can see, that's not really hard, but I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to do this properly. I'm sorry for the mishap over here. So I will be using some pots so you can see how this should be going. Alright, let's quickly reload this stuff. And let's go again. Let's use any Tifa. I don't mind which one. I don't even mind if it's geared or not. All I want is to do things properly for once. Alright, so everyone over here can move in. Selflessness, revelation, yada yada. We know how all of this works by now. Concentration, fighting spirit. And the same applies to the front Tifa. And let's wait for all the animations to finish. Going to take a while. Now I do not remember at which value we ended up last time. Was it 38%? I think so. It was either 38 or 36. But yes, you can see the randomness of White Mage Rosa really is break or make this. So again, Itachi isn't doing much. So let's reload, but not mess this one up. Sword Strike for perfect dispel. Breakdown and Red Spiral, have those two go. While Zaun is going to use Dazed and Confused to chain with Pyroglacial Lasso, while the Tifas are going to use their LB. And you can see Rosa does 2 per attack, meaning it's for this meta she needed only 16 attacks, which is guaranteed to happen. Alright, so here we go. Let's chain the Amoe chainers and let's chain the Tifas, or weave the Tifas in. And we pretty much, I almost capped with my Tifa. It was 1.5 billion, and as you can see, the more human killer you have, oh, it was less than 1.5 billion, but it's still 1 billion, which is far more than for this fight. Alright, as you can see, it's very easy with just Tifa one-shotting the boss on turn 2. The boss doesn't do really much at all. So yeah, that's the team. I hope this was helpful to you, and see you on the next video.